Thank you, everybody, for joining today's Employer Spotlight series. For this Employer Spotlight, we have Justin Dunham from Chase Bank. And Justin, can you start off for the audience and please describe Chase Bank to our audience?
Definitely. So Chase Bank is new to New England. We're expanding in this market, and we're running what's called market expansion, but we're actually the biggest bank in the country. And so it's our mission to be our customers' first call when they're seeking financial advice for their personal or professional milestones. So that can be anything from buying their first home to financing their a new car or planning for retirement. We've invested over $10 billion into technology and innovation to become a bank of the future. We're committed to career mobility, and at JPMorgan Chase, we have many lines of business. So that can be anything from our investment bank to commercial bank to private bank, but here specifically, I'm referring to our retail bank. Your career can lead you in many different directions or business functions, and actually all sorts of places throughout the country. We have offices all over the world. We provide skills and retraining programs to help groups of employees transition to new roles. And we also run diverse and talented teams that are respectful and inclusive in culture. People here are genuine and approachable.
Great, thank you so much. I appreciate your insight on that, Justin. And can you describe for the audience what your career path has been at Chase Bank?
Yeah, so I actually started with Chase in San Diego as a banker. And so it was my job to work in a retail bank, greeting clients, getting to know them, understanding their needs. And I then kind of moved along the career path. I went into the private bank role. And then now I'm a manager here on the North Shore. I'm going to be opening an office in North Andover and running a branch there.
Excellent, right in our territory. Nice to hear. What majors or skills does Chase Bank seek from qualified candidates?
We look at like a very diverse group of people. So skills is just really just being personable, approachable, willing to learn, energetic. We want you to kind of go above and beyond, willing to help people. It is customer facing, so you got to be comfortable with that and willing to engage with people one-on-one. For majors, it really can vary across a wide range. So the most common, accounting, finance, management, things in the business world, but it really, people come from all over: psychology, teaching. We take them all and work with everybody.
Excellent. As a psych major, that's music to my ears because I worked in banking with my psych degree. So good to hear.
Yeah, definitely helps.
Yeah. What type of training does Chase Bank provide for new hires? I know you mentioned it earlier when you talked about Chase, but what type of training could like a college student with no prior banking experience expect from Chase?
Depends on the role you're hired for, but generally speaking, a lot of people go through a series of self-paced training. So just using our systems, getting familiar with how they work and all that. And then we also have a variety of virtual trainings. So that's where you would, as I'm assuming a lot of you have probably gotten used to over the last year, where you'll remotely log in and have an instructor that guides you through our programs. And then we offer a lot of hands-on training in our branches. So where you're going to be working with somebody who's shadowing you just to make sure everything's being done correctly. And then as your career progresses, we offer different licensing and support programs for that in terms of what's required for your roles as you develop.
Great, thank you. Now, I don't know if I've ever talked with you about internships at Chase Bank, but if you do have an internship program, when do you start recruiting for these opportunities?
Well, we partner with the Year Up program. I don't have a lot of specific information on that. I know that it's a 6-month program. So it would be 6 months ago now. So January, just about January was when we had our last group of interns come through. But they're a third party that we work with, and a lot of these people do get offered positions afterwards, as long as they're showing, excellence in the role, and it is a paid internship as well.
Excellent, thank you. So students could check out opportunities through Year Up. You said is your the agency that Chase uses to recruit interns.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. And does Chase Bank offer any kind of tuition reimbursement for individuals who want to continue their education, beyond just an associate's or a bachelor's degree?
Yeah, we do actually. I personally have participated in this program. So full-time employees are eligible for up to 5,250 per year for undergraduate degrees and certificates, or 7,500 for graduate degrees and certificates. Part-time employees can receive up to 2,625, so 2,625 for undergraduate degrees or certificates, and then 5,000 for graduate degrees or certificates.
Excellent. That's quite generous. I'm noticing that a lot of employers are starting to offer part-time employees tuition, which wasn't the case in the past. So that's really nice, because a lot of our students do like to maintain their student status while working part-time too. So that's great.
Yep.
Does Chase Bank offer flexible work schedules to allow employees to continue their education while working?
Yeah, so for our entry-level positions, the most common is a 30-hour position, but there are some locations that offer 20-hour positions. And then so those hours will be flexible based off of the need at that location. And then obviously you can talk with the manager if there's something that we need to accommodate, that we can certainly take into consideration.
Great, thank you. And last but not least, do you have any advice for students wishing to work in either your field of work or specifically at Chase Bank?
My advice. So it's good. It's a good question. So my advice would just be to if it's something that you find of interest, banking, right? There's a lot of different avenues you can go. So we're specifically customer facing, but here you can kind of get an idea as to how banks work in all the different areas you can go. So we have technology, we have audit and back office, we have sales positions, we have the investment world. So this is a really good spot for you to get an idea as to how banking works and the different career paths you can take. So my career advice would be, if that's something that's of interest to you and you want to get an understanding for it, this is a great opportunity to get your foot in the door at a great institution and kind of get an understanding for the business.
Great. Thank you so much. And I just want to thank you, Justin. I didn't start off the conversation, but thank you so much for being part of this Employer Spotlight series. Middlesex Community College looks forward to a future partnership with you, and students hopefully can expect to see some great opportunities, especially starting with your North Andover office as you break into the region and expand within the New England area. And so thank you so much. And with that, we'll end this recording.
Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate the invite.
You're welcome.